Love you guys. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle.
Hello, JK. I have improved in multiple areas of Reboot Capital. I think of myself as a competent and a smart man. I have also good social skills and above average physique. When I put myself out there in social and dating scene, I do well and sometimes I get numbers. But after that, I find it difficult with moving things forward with dating prospects, right? Perhaps it's a numbers game and I need to work on that. You have mentioned the importance of intimacy and why men relapse because they don't work on this area of their life when they're in the maintenance stage. I've been in control of my behavior for 1 year, but I feel the pressure or the urgency and fear that if I don't achieve my goals with dating and intimacy, I can relapse, right? How can I deal with this pressure, frustration, and fear about it? Who feels this way? Who feels that if they are not able to accomplish their goals with intimacy or start having sex with women or be in a relationship, how many of you feel that, man, if I don't fix that area of my life, I'm a relapse? Who feels that way? Feels that if he doesn't, he has this pressure, this urgency, this fear that if he doesn't achieve his dating reboot goals, if he doesn't get a girlfriend, doesn't start having sex, he's gonna relapse. Cool. So got a couple of guys that feel that way. All right, let me respond to his question. Sorry, I said two things that I'm going to mention. He says, when I put myself out there in the social and dating scene, I do well and sometimes I get numbers. But after that, I find it difficult with moving things forward with the dating prospects. Perhaps it's a numbers game and I need to work on that. After that, he feels pressure. So the first thing is, I always ask myself when a brother asks a question about dating, is this a people problem or is this a systems problem? A systems problem is that there's something wrong in the strategy that you're using for dating, for instance, and a people problem means that there is something wrong with you internally that needs to be changed or something wrong with you externally in terms of looks or body language that needs to be changed. The first issue here is that this is a systems problem. Why is it a systems problem? Because he gets numbers, right? But he finds it difficult moving things forward. Between the stage of getting a woman's number and meeting up with her, he's missing that. So as a result, there is no chance for intimacy until he's actually able to meet up with a woman. So the question should be asking in the group is ideally sharing what happens after he gets the number. How does he message the woman? Does he message her? Is he doing a back and forth for too long? Is he asking the woman out? How are you getting the number? Are you getting the number just to get it and text them? Or are you getting the number and informing the woman that you're getting the number because you want to go out with her? I tell guys, when the woman is actually in front of you face to face, don't wait to ask the woman out later. Oh, well, let me get your number. We can keep in touch and talk. Talk about what, right? You want to take the woman out on a date. That's why you talk to her in the first place, right? So mutually agree or express that you want to go on a date with her. Then you get a number. So she knows when you text her that you are texting or calling for the date. You're not just texting randomly, right? So, hey, it's nice to meet you. Just wanted to say I find you very attractive. I just wanted to see if your personality matches your looks, right? I'm nice to meet you. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, I was just shopping here in the mall. I'd like to get to know you better. I don't have enough time. If not, I would have asked you out right away. Let's exchange numbers. Are you cool with that if you want to ask? Or I'd like to talk with you more. How do you feel about that? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm down with that. All right, cool. Here's my phone. Put your number in here. Right? The girl puts the number in the phone, you give her a call. That's my number, save it. All right, cool. Nice meeting you. And I'll hit you up. We can grab a drink, a coffee, whatever you're comfortable with sometime. Cool. Bounce. So she now knows what the deal is. She now knows, like, okay, we're going to go on a date. The second part is, he says he feels the pressure and the urgency and the fear that if I don't achieve my goals with dating and intimacy, I can relapse. This is not a good mindset to have. I had this mindset, but it's not a good mindset to have when you're going out there dating, right? The important thing to realize, guys, this is very important. It's about being outcome independent. You do not need to be in a relationship to experience intimacy. Let me say it again for those in the back. You do not need to be in a relationship to experience intimacy. You can be intimate with friends, right? People think they need to be in a relationship. There are a lot of people, a good portion of the planet, will go through their life without a romantic partner, right? For some reason, we think that we need it to be happy and to be fulfilled. No. You don't need it. Now, I'm not saying that as part of the reboot, you should not get a partner. What I am saying is that if you accept the fact that you don't need a partner, ironically, it becomes so much easier for you to actually get a partner and become intimate because you release that pressure. You release that need. You release that belief that says, I must get an intimate partner or else I'm going to slip or relapse. There are a bunch of people, you've seen them, they're older people. Some of you have parents, grandparents, who are very happy. They have active lives, they go to the gym, they have hobbies. But one thing all these people have is they have really great relationships with friends. They have close social circles. They experience that closeness and that intimacy with people. What you're afraid of is not just, you're not afraid of, oh, I won't get intimacy. You think that is what it is. What you're looking for is sexual intimacy, right? So the first thing that I want you to know is that when you have good friends, when you have friends that you're close with, male or female, doesn't matter, when there is that level of intimacy, you will be happy, first of all. Sex will not be a priority. I want to let you know that. But while you're going through the reboot process, sex will be on your mind. So you will be wanting sexual intimacy. But if you can change your mind to not be so attached to, I must have sex, and if I don't have sex, I'm okay too. The funny thing is, most guys who think that way will have sex because the energy you give off to women when you're communicating with them is, I don't need sex from you. I'm just looking to connect with you first. But when a man and a woman, especially if they're both attractive, about the same age, start communicating, getting to know each other in an intimate way, sex is part of the process often. Do you guys get it? It's a little bit counterintuitive, but that's how you go through this. So to answer your question, you don't want to be sitting there freaking yourself out. Oh my God, if I don't get intimate, if I don't have sex, I'm going to slip. No, it has nothing to do with it. You do not need it. But intimacy is more important. Which is more important, sex or intimacy? Intimacy. If your answer was sex, fail the test. Intimacy comes first because you can be happy with intimacy. You can be absolutely happy and fulfilled with it. Sex is always going to be something that's there as a bonus. But you guys feel it's a requirement. Why? Young, testosterone, and pornography. Remember, what you're learning here when you're rebooting is how to have sex while you are intimate, but also how to be intimate before you have sex. How to be happy before you have sex. Because if you're a happy man who has great relationships with people and approaches women from a place of non-neediness, guess what happens? You have more sex than the guys who are only chasing sex. The people who are chasing money, who are like, I just want to have money. I just want to have money. They're gonna have money. They're gonna be rich, right? But they're not gonna be wealthy. They're not gonna be saving it. They're not gonna be investing it. What are they gonna be doing? They're going to be spending the money that they have on material things to show off, right? They just want money. They're not thinking in the long term. Men who only think sex are not thinking long-term relationships. They're not thinking intimacy. They're not thinking, well, what happens if like I lose my parents, right? Due to old age, my siblings, I lose them, whatever. And I'm an older man. Who is the person that's going to take care of me when I'm sick, right? Am I just going to be alone there dying? You're not thinking in the long term. You're not thinking of intimacy. You're not thinking of growth emotionally. You're just thinking about sex. Guess what? A time is going to come when you are old and your whole body is saggy. Are you thinking of that? Are you thinking of what's going to happen in your 60s, your 70s, your 80s? Some of you are going to live to your 90s with technology these days. You're thinking sex now. You're thinking like a person who is like, I just want to make money. I just want to be rich. You're not thinking of wealth. Sex, lots of it is rich. Intimacy, lots of it is wealth. It's the thing that carries over. It's the thing that people remember about you when you are gone. It's the thing that makes people show up to your funeral. It is, I was intimate with this person. People are not going to show up to your funeral because you fucked good, right? So guys, let's start thinking bigger. Is this landing for y'all? Drop me an I or a thumbs up. Thumbs up if it's, or a like, if this is making sense. So this question was, how can I deal with the pressure and frustrations and fear about this? Is stop being that way. Stop thinking of, I need to have sex, and stop thinking of all of that. Focus on intimacy. Stop focus on fucking, and your game will change. The women will stop sensing that urgency, that weirdness of like, hey, you wanna go hang out at a date sometime? She's like, I don't want to fuck. Right? That's what she's going to hear. She's like, no, I don't want to go on a date. Right? I don't want to do that. Right? Message her. You seem like you'd make a good friend. She's like, what? This guy trying to friend zone me? What's going on here? She'll come out with you. She'll talk with you. Get to know her. Right? You can do that over and over again, and you get intimate and you have great sexual experiences where there's no shame. There's none of that empty, oh, I have sex is meaningless, empty sex, casual sex, all that bullshit. Casual sex is sex without intimacy. Avoid having sex without intimacy, gentlemen, so that you can feel richer in those moments. So that after the orgasm, there's still some connection there with that human being. So that both of you grow. She grows from the caring you're giving her. You grow from what she's giving you. Both people are gaining something from the intimate sexual encounter, right? This is a mindset to change. Won't happen overnight. You might hear me talking about it here and it's landing, and you're like, yeah, that sounds good. But it's not going to change immediately. Why? Because your brain needs to rewire. So that's my answer to this question.
Whenever you're ready, here are 4 ways that Porn Reboot can help you out for free. The first way is to subscribe to our channel and make sure that you click on the notification bell to get a new video every other day. The second way is to actually get a free copy of my book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men, where you'll learn about my personal struggle and the lessons I learned over the past 14 years, as well as get strategies for putting together your own personalized reboot plan and ending your compulsive behavior with pornography or masturbation. So click on the link in the description below this video to get the free ebook. And thirdly, if you're not sure where you'd like to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, or you'd like to spend time with more like-minded professionals like entrepreneurs, business owners, men who work in sales or consulting or high-level jobs, men who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot group on Facebook. There's also a link to join the group in the description below this video. And finally, if you need our help right now because you have a burning issue, it's an emergency. Your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally. You're about to lose your relationship and you want to live up to your potential or be an authentic man and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, then click on the link in the description below this video that actually says free coaching call, or visit elevatedrecovery.org and click on the link which says book a call.